Hey, welcome to Craft Central Designs. My name is Joann, and I'm sharing with you today these lovely Farmhouse Rustic wreaths that are interchangeable, meaning that they may be changed very easily from Easter to every day by merely untwisting a couple of pipe cleaners that attach the bunny and eggs, and then attaching the welcome sign and the accents with pipe cleaners to the jute cord and the back of the wreath. This way you can have a wreath for dual purposes with two different looks. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to my newcomers as well. I hope you will subscribe. Okay, let's get busy constructing these wreaths. These are the items that you will need to make these wreaths. A 14-inch wire wreath frame from Dollar Tree, a jute cord, a heavier jute cord because we're going to wrap the wreath with this cord, and then a smaller one as well. We're going to create a braid to decorate the top of the wreath with that smaller cord. And you need, of course, some wired ribbon. I ended up using, not using that one on the top. I ended up using an open weave burlap ribbon, which you'll see later. I got this little hanging plaque from Dollar Tree. And the Happy Easter letters I got from Hobby Lobby. This piece is from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use just the bunny. And the eggs I got at Dollar Tree. The cotton pods I got from Dollar Tree, as well as these wood flowers, which are very pretty, I got from Dollar Tree. And we have some pipe cleaners and scissors, as always. There are a few other items, which you'll see along the way, and I'll tell you where I got those as well. All right, so we're going to start wrapping this 14-inch wreath frame with the heavier jute cord. I believe I got this cord, I think, at Hobby Lobby. So we're going to just start the process by placing a little hot glue on the wreath frame just to anchor the jute cord. And then we're going to start wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping this jute cord around the wire wreath frame. We want to create a nice jute cord base for all the decor that's going to go on these two wreaths. Actually, it's one wreath, but we're creating two different looks. Now, as you wrap this cord around, be careful that you keep it horizontal as you look at it this way on the wreath frame, because if you don't watch it, it will start to slant. So you want to make the adjustments by just pushing your cord as you go along and wrap that. And here we have the finished wreath, all wrapped with jute cord. Now we're going to create a base for our eggs. And I simply cut out a piece of felt and put two pipe cleaners hot glued to each side of that piece of felt. Now you could also use a jute or a burlap ribbon, You could use a burlap ribbon as well. It would work just the same way. Now what we're going to do is take some Spanish moss and we're going to create kind of a palette for our eggs. But see how this piece fits right in, it cradles right into that bottom of the wreath. And this is how you're going to attach and detach those eggs from the wreath. Okay, so I pulled some Spanish moss in the elongated shape of that piece of felt or the attachment that's going to go right on that wreath frame. And I glue my Spanish moss on there. I did it in sections. You could do it all in one piece if you prefer. And this is what we're going to place those eggs on, our Easter eggs, if you will, for the Easter wreath. Okay, now we're going to place those eggs on there. in whatever fashion you like. I turn them this way and that way, and I just hot glued them on there. And now you can see how they fit right into the bottom of that wreath. It's just cradled very nicely and held on by that piece of felt and pipe cleaners that we created, or as well you could use the burlap ribbon. Okay, you see how that's done? Now you see the piece on the bottom, that's the piece again that we're going to just attach to the wreath to create an Easter look to this wreath. All right, so I'll show the attachment of that in a bit. But first we're going to create a little embellishment for this jute cord wreath. We're going to cut 3 pieces of that more narrow, I believe it's a 3-ply jute cord. The other one is a much heavier jute that went around the wreath frame. And you're just going to braid it like you braid hair. And this is what you come up with in the end. We're just going to be gluing this piece, this braided piece, right down the center of that wreath frame. Just simply glue it on with hot glue all the way around. And that creates a nice little embellishment to dress up this wreath. All right, so we have the braid all glued on. It looks very, very pretty. As you can see there. Okay, now we're going to dress up this bunny a bit. I didn't like the finish on the bunny. I thought we could do much better. So I pried off that piece of the ear that came on that bunny. And you may recognize this burlap fabric from the burlap Easter bunny we did. The ears were made out of this. It's not actually a polka dot. It's more of an embroidered splotch, if you will. So it's not actually polka dot once you see it up close. And I got this at Wal Mart in the fabric department. So I traced around the bunny and I cut it out. And now I'm going to Mod Podge that fabric right onto that bunny. It's very cute. Nice burlap fabric to go with the rest of the texture of this wreath. So you take a nice sponge applicator, which you could get anywhere, Walmart, Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, anywhere. These are easily, readily available. And I put a nice coat, an even coat, not too heavy, not too thick. And I do it by sections, and I place the fabric right on that wood, or that bunny. It is a wood bunny, actually. Make sure my fabric goes all the way out to the edges and is adhered well. And I'm going to, as I said, do this in sections until I have the entire bunny fabric attached to the bunny. And then I go around the edges and just splotch some Mod Podge along there just to control those little frayed edges. And then you can press them down so you have a smoother edge to your bunny. And the Happy Easter sign, I decided to put that Happy Easter sign right on the bunny. I thought that was a very cute look for this. Attach that with hot glue. Okay, so now we're going to make the bow, and the bow's going to be made. You see that ribbon there? That was a change from the original in the intro. I decided to keep it burlap instead of that lacy one that you see above. It's sitting on the table right there. So I'm going to create my standard bow. Watch my how to make a bow video. This isn't really a bow tutorial, although you'll be able to see me make the entire thing here by the same technique that I always make my bows. So I have a how to make a bow video, which I hope you will watch. And I have also a how to make a mixed ribbon video. And that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to make a mixed ribbon bow with 3 different ribbons. going to be making a bow tutorial in the future where I'm going to do a very slow, methodical, detailed explanation of how I make this type of bow. And as well, I'm going to include some other types of bows on there to help you do your projects in the future. So we're going to do a 3 loop on each side bow for the base of this mixed ribbon bow. So we're just fluffing up our loops here, and here we have a 3 loop on each side bow made from that open weave burlap ribbon. I cut off my tails, I angle them. As you're getting to know, I almost always angle my tails. Now we're going to take this next ribbon, which I got on clearance at Joann Fabrics in their spring section, but it's easy enough to find a ribbon like this on Amazon. Actually, Amazon has a lot of great ribbons, but craftoutlet.com does as well. So you could find something similar if you're not able to find this at Joann Fabrics. This is a very hardy, stiff, good cloth ribbon with wired edges, and it makes a very nice, very durable bow. So this will last very well on your door, even if you have a lot of weather elements, cold, snow, rain. This will last if it gets subjected to the elements. So this section of the bow is the next layer of the bow, and I did 3 loops on each side, secured by the pipe cleaners that you can see I'm twisting right here. And this will be the second layer of the mixed ribbon bow. Pull my tails down there, shape my loops a little bit by fanning out my fingers. Everything is all attached, very secure in the middle, as you saw by that pipe cleaner. Angle my tails later, I see there. And then here we have the top layer of that mixed ribbon bow. I love this ribbon. I got this as well in the clearance spring clearance section of Joann Fabrics. But again, I'm sure you could find something like this or very similar on the other sites I suggested. Now this top layer is going to be a 2 loop on each side bow. So I'm just changing it up a little bit there. And I'm going to have those loops all secured by my fingers, as you can see in the center. And I'm going to wrap a pipe cleaner around that, just as I always do, twist it in the back. And this bow, this particular bow, is going to have a center loop, which I call the button. So I'm going to show you how I do that. This is the part that usually confuses people in the end of the bow, but we're just going to turn it under. See how I catch it with my thumb under there? I'm going to show you again. Just turn it under to create a loop. Press that ribbon down in there, catch it with your thumb. And we're going to take that pipe cleaner that we had in the back, bring it around, and secure that loop or the button with your pipe cleaner. Twist it in the back. And now to bring that tail around, it's very easy. We're just going to cut off that ribbon from the spool, and we're going to feed that piece of ribbon or that tail, fold it over and feed it right through the center of that button and pull it through, and then your tails will both be located on the same side of the bow. Again, form your loops, if I can speak. Form your loops, shape them up, and cut that ribbon off there. You're going to angle the tails or dovetail if you prefer, up to you. I think on this type of bow, it looks better angled, but you do you. You choose what you prefer. And now we're going to take this piece, and it's going to be the top, the top of our bow there. And we're going to secure all of those together by the pipe cleaners. I'm going to attach that one right to the base of the bow on that first layer, which is the base there, that open weave burlap ribbon, twisted in the back. Now you can secure all of these together all at one time, all 3 layers if you like, but this particular one, I guess I chose to attach to the base of the bow right here. Then we're going to attach our top piece right on top of that, as you can see here. And then we have our tails of the bow, which I cut off because I want to use a long pipe cleaner, and the original 12-inch size. So I press all 3 of those layers together really tightly in the middle. I separate my tails because my pipe cleaner that's going to attach all 3 of these together is going to go right through the center of that loop and wrap right around in between your tails that you just divided up equally on each side. Pull that pipe cleaner right around the back. And we're going to twist it and secure all of those layers of bows together. And everything is secure now with that pipe cleaner. And you have a very, very pretty mixed ribbon bow with 3 different types of ribbons. So pretty. I'm going to shape the bows or the loops on the bow. And there you have it, a very beautiful ribbon to put on our wreath. And we're going to trim up the tails. Any that are not already angled, I angle so that everything, some of my tails I keep longer than others. I kind of change it up a little bit so you have a layered look on those tails. All right, so now we have our eggs. And how are we going to attach these eggs is quite simple. I purchased these cable zip ties, 3/4 inch on Amazon. And I just hot glue, sorry. I hot glue a couple of those on the back of that piece that we constructed to place the eggs. And this works very well to stick a pipe cleaner through. And guess what? That's how you're attaching this egg piece, if you will, to your wreath. And it's very simple because you have all of those jute cords to attach it to. You can feed the pipe cleaner through the jute cord and just twist tie it in the back. And it's wonderful because now you have a piece that you can just simply untwist and remove after Easter. And then you can create another look for this wreath. So you see, I'll show you here. I just stick it through one of the jute cords in the back. It's so simple. And then again, as I said, you just untwist it. After Easter, you attach that one the same way. And you can create a whole new look for this wreath. All right, we're back to the bunny. I did create a small bow with a light pink and burlap polka dot ribbon to attach to the neck of this bunny. I thought you saw me make enough bows for this particular video, so I just went ahead and did that. And I'm attaching it to the neck of the bunny, and it adds just a little touch of color onto this Easter wreath. And this bunny turned out so cute. Okay, and this bunny is going to go right at the top of the wreath. You can place it exactly where you want. I liked it right there. Doesn't matter where you place it because this bunny is also going to have one of those cable zip ties on the back, as you see there, with a pipe cleaner fed through it. And you're going to attach it to the wreath exactly the way you attach the eggs. You just go around the back, choose one of the jute cords, and twist tie it on there. And there you have it. So easy. And now we can remove that bunny right after Easter is over and create a whole new look. And here we are back to that wreath once you've taken away the bunny and the florals, so the dried florals, if you will. Okay, so now we're going to, I originally showed you this piece from Dollar Tree, but I ended up putting lettering on it, and I'll show you that in a bit, that says welcome. Now, we're going to be attaching these cotton pods and these wood roses. I chose these because I thought they were very, there it is, there's that piece. Now, these letters I got on Amazon, and they come in a package, and I just placed them on there, and they stuck very, very well. All right, so now we're going to do the bottom of that wreath. Now, how we're going to do this is as simple as the other pieces that we put on the wreath. These cotton pods came with wire on the back, which was very convenient because I was able to just wrap it right around that pipe cleaner. These pieces are just going to be attached to a pipe cleaner. It's very, very easy to do. And it doesn't matter what florals you choose. They can all just be hot glued simply to a pipe cleaner, which is going to attach to this wreath so easily. The wood flowers, I attached those with hot glue to the pipe cleaner and a little bit as well to the cotton pods. This is just how I chose to do it, but you can choose any type of florals. I would use some type of dried floral, or perhaps you could even make some burlap flowers. I'll be doing that in the future on a video, making burlap flowers, but for this particular wreath, I just used these cotton pods and these wood flowers that I got at Dollar Tree. And what we're going to be doing is just attaching these right to the wreath by choosing one of those jute cords. You could also poke the pipe cleaner right through the jute cord, and that's how you attach it in the back. I did this on a couple of different pipe cleaners, so I could kind of put it on the wreath in a kind of a cradled fashion right over the wreath, and everything was attached in the back. I poked the pipe cleaner, if I can speak today, goodness me. I poked the pipe cleaner right through that jute cord. It was so easy to do. And again, I did this in 2 pieces. It was a little bit easier for me to do it in that fashion with these cotton pods and wood roses. But if you used different types of florals, something dried or a burlap flower, you could maybe just do it in one piece on one pipe cleaner. So I secured everything with hot glue, and here we have that second piece that I created, and that's just going to sit right on there. You see how easy that is? Poked right through those jute cords, and you have a little adornment for your wreath. See, I'm showing you there. I just attached it right through one of the jute cords. And this is so easy to do. And again, when you want to go back to Easter, all you do is detach it. And I attached the sign in exactly the same way, only I just attached it by its hanger, pushing the cord right through the pipe cleaner right through the jute cord. And now everything's all attached. And you have a whole new look to that wreath, which you can use for as long as you like on your door. And here we have one last look at that Easter wreath. And it's so beautiful in a nice Farmhouse Rustic motif. And that's it. And it's beautiful. And here's your welcome sign. If you like what you see on my channel, please subscribe. And until next time, when I see you, you take care.